Chat GPT or OpenAI integration with a springboot. This is a topic. Let me repeat the topic. Chat GPT, OpenAI integration with the springboot. So this is the topic which we are going to discuss for the upcoming session in the current session. So definitely I'll make sure that you will enjoy this particular session. I know Sunday morning. Yep, but so this is the area where a lot of people are interested in this area. So this is going to be an excellent session, and you're going to learn something new on your career. That is what I want to ensure from this particular meeting. So a small introduction from my side. It will not take more than 20 to 30 seconds. My name is Vijay Kumar. I'm currently working as an architect, having 16.6 years of experience. So generally in the morning and evening, I used to uh, I used to participate in this particular teaching world. So morning and evening, I'm working with the Ashok IT. The areas which I'll expertise on is on Spring Boot, Angular, React, full stack. So these are the technologies which I'm teaching. And for the last 6.5 years, I'm with this particular area in this world. And in the daytime, I used to have a professional life. So this is a small introduction from my side. Yep. So just to start with that, to have an effective session, maybe I can say that 90% of buy-in if I want to have. So what I'll do is just I'll go through with my agenda. Whatever the thing I'm proposing or what I'm planning, I'll go with the agenda. And if you have any concerns, suggestions, questions, or anything, I'll take it up during the end of the session. Maybe I'll give a we're going to have a harmful time, a good time, and we are going to brainstorm anything. I'll not miss even a single question. It is my commitment to everyone. I'll not miss a single question. I'll make sure that every answer will be, every question will be answered with your satisfactory approach. Definitely you'll satisfy with my explanation. That is what I want to ensure. Okay. So the thing is that I have some agenda which I want to context and which I am going to set it, and then I'll take up many things. And even if you want to touch with Ashok IT or anything, we'll give a point of contacts and we'll give a mailing details also. So this is what I'm going to have. Okay. I hope the context is set. I hope everyone is good. So without wasting any time, I'll go into the topic. So this is a chat GPT with OpenAI, that too with Spring Boot integration. Okay. Nowadays, industry completely looking AI, that is artificial intelligence. So definitely, so every software developer, some way we are energetic with AI, in some way we are somehow in a, I can say that, oh, is it really helping me, or is it going to be going to any negative news for software world, in case of job cuts, in case of blah blah, lot of things. Okay, it's going to be I don't want to go into that kind of a brainstorming session, guys. Just like in a technical point of view, what exactly AI, how it is going to help us, and how I can use in our real time, how I can use in my real time, and how I can make getting just like I want to get a benefit of it. So that is what our area where I want to focus. So this is my point here. Okay, so the agenda for this session is, I'm not sure how many participants who join the session may have a background with a springboard or may not have a background. I don't know. So just 15 minutes I'm going to spend. What is Spring Boot? What exactly that framework? Maybe I don't know. At least some 10 percentage or 20 percentage, they may not have an idea about Spring Boot. Maybe they might be joining based on the title, ChatGPT or OpenAI. So maybe that context I want to just like 15 minutes. And I sincerely request everyone or apologize to everyone if you are already having a context of Spring Boot, kindly ignore for 15 minutes, or maybe you think that it can be a recap for you, just like it's a recap. Okay, one more perspective I want to bring. Maybe you have some kind of sort of idea about Spring Boot, but I'll give us some more other perspective. There is a point here I want to take it. After that, I'll make an introduction on a chat gpt OpenAI, then a chat gpt API reference. What exactly, if I want to look for the APIs, what exactly a developer has to go, where he need to go there, and where he need to study, and how to work with that, and how can I customize the chat gpt API references. After that, I'm going to take a use case, okay, and I will write a code. This workshop is theoretical as well as hands-on also. I will write a code like integrating with Spring Boot, then a Q&A. So this is agenda. Let me repeat, guys, the specific agenda. Okay, just like maybe I'm thinking that some of the participants might not have an idea on Spring Boot. Just I'll give only 10 to 15 minutes of time, not more than that. Okay, and I'll go with the Chat GPT introduction. What exactly Chat GPT? What is the OpenAI? And after that, chat gpt references, API references, and the customization. Then we are going to have a hands-on implementation, a use case. I will take it, and we are going to achieve that use case by writing a code in Spring Boot that will connect to chat gpt OpenAI, and we are going to achieve that use case where this will be a starting step for you, and you can explore more and more and more based on the knowledge you are going to get from this session. After that, our favorite Q&A, and again I'll make sure that everyone's question will be answered. Not only answered, you will be satisfying with the explanation. That is what I want to ensure. That is my measurement criteria. Okay, right, without wasting the time, so I'll go to a Spring Boot introduction. So what exactly a Spring Boot? Just I'll not take much time, guys. So introduction to Spring Boot. So everyone knows that Spring Boot is a framework. Okay, Spring Boot is a framework which will, or a framework mainly used for developing web applications. Spring Boot is a framework which is used for developing web applications. Sir, there are a lot of frameworks are available in the world. Lot of frameworks. Okay, why I need to take Spring Boot only? This is a typical question arises in everyone's mind. Hey, I have lot of frameworks, man. Why I need to go with Spring Boot? The simple, straightforward answer. Okay, right. When you go to any area, when you explore on a new thing, why you are exploring that new thing? What are the viable options, and why you need to take that particular new environment? So that is a question. So the answer to that particular question is, okay, is there any framework is available, guys? My answer is there any framework is available? We can develop the web application, or we can develop a simple web application in 2 to 3 minutes. Just I need 2 to 3 minutes, guys. Is there any tool or a technology or a framework and a software? I don't know what exactly the word. Can I develop it using 2 to 3 minutes? Highly impossible. It's highly impossible. Okay. But with Spring Boot, I can do that. I can develop the web application on the fly. I no need to have any background. Okay. The other interesting is no need to have any background technical details about web application, like application or a web server, deployment, start and stop the server, CI CD, exactly all those things. I don't want to go into technical stuff, guys. Okay. So I can develop a web application within 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. Without having, I mean, I don't have any details. Okay. So kindly apologize, guys. I'm not going to see any chat window which will distract everyone, guys. Please don't think that I'm not seeing, I mean, just like, please be just I will focus on the topic. And if I see the chat window, you people and we people, I mean, we may distract. Okay. So I'll answer every question. Just like, please don't think this sir is not seeing or this guy is not seeing my chat. Okay. Just please take away and just concentrate on what I'm going to present here. Just like, please don't mind if I see the chat window, you'll get it distracted. Okay. So just to make sure that I want 90 to 95% of buy-in from this particular session, I want to take maximum acceptance. I cannot achieve 100% buy-in, but at least I'll try for 90 to 95%. So kindly, please don't mind, and I'll make sure that at whenever I get a time, I'll answer. It's not that only at the end, whenever I'm writing the code or while I'm explaining the things, at the time, if I get some time, I'll go through the chat window and I'll explain. So kindly, this is what my plan. Okay. Right. So the only straightforward answer is yes, Spring Boot is a framework mainly used for developing the web application. I can only take Spring Boot because I can develop the application on the fly. I no need to have any background technical details. Hey, what is a web server? What is the app server? Do I need to deploy? Do I need to build? Do I need to compile? Do I need to create a jar or a var or AR? Do I need to start it? Am I getting any error? Class path problem. Am I getting jar not found? Am I not getting any error? While all those things, no need to have any idea. I'll write the code. I'll run the application. I can see my web application. That's it. A very useful framework where I can develop the application on the fly. Okay. So assuming that just like I've where we have a other frameworks, maybe this is the I can say that this is a split, or this is the usual time we are going to take. Maybe assuming that I'll take a Spring, or assuming that any framework, your own choice. Okay. So let me take a task here, assuming that we need to develop a web application. Just I'm explaining, guys. We need to develop a web application that reads the data from database and displays the output on the browser. This is our task, assuming that I'm going for interview. Interviewer is giving me a task. Hey, you need to develop a web application that should read from a data from the database and it displays the output on the browser. This is the task. You can take your own framework. You can take your own programming language. You can take your own database. You can take your own servers. Interviewing point of view, I don't need anything. I'll give a fresh laptop. I will give a fresh laptop where Java is installed, .NET is installed, or PHP, whatever your own frameworks, guys. I don't mind. Okay, I can take. I mean, just like I'll go into present, I'll give you a fresh laptop. Nothing is installed except the software frame. I mean, the programming runtime, Java or a .NET or a PHP or anything. Okay, and that laptop is having high-speed internet connectivity, which has Eclipse and Java. I mean, when I prepared this slide, that time Java 8, it's a long back I prepared. Now Java 21, I don't know, just like I don't want to go in the version. I think Java, latest version of Java. These are the things we have. But the time limit is 15 minutes. Hey, you can get it out. Why I need to develop in 15 minutes? Why can't I take 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours or half a day? Now industry is going towards to what? Scrum, Agile, correct, right? Before we have a waterfall model, I'll get a requirement, I'll develop, I'll design, low level design, high level design, architecture design. After that, coding, unit testing, code walkthrough, code review, blah, 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 blah. It will take 1 year. But I'll get a salary. Even though in this journey, anything is not happening properly also, software developer, no damage. He is going to get the salary. But at the end of the day, finally, if everything goes fine, then our product may go to live. But in the meantime, a lot of things will happen. Now, that's why a new methodology, Scrum, Agile, right? Hey, you need to develop a feature to me. I have a 10 features. First, develop first feature. Take 1 month or 2 months. And I'll use that feature. Customer is going to use that feature. If the feature is working as expected by the customer, which may or may not, at least 80% to 90% is happy with that, that's fine. Then he's going to release the money, then you are going to get your paycheck. So time is very, very, that's it, right? 3 to 4 weeks. What is I mean, Scrum, 3 to sprint, I mean, it's a sprint, 3 to 4 weeks, maximum 5 weeks. We need to develop, we need to test it, we need to move to production, and customer has to experience the way, and he need to issue the paycheck, then we are going to get the money. So time is a constraint, right? That's why I tighten this particular process with a time limit. Okay, the time limit is 15 minutes, and the expectation is, hey customer, take WebLogic only, hey take IAS only, hey take Apache only. No, 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 no. Sir, I will write a code. You run anywhere. I mean, anywhere in the sense, if it is Java, Java related servers, .NET only IIS, because we don't have another option. So my idea is, we are a Java guys, okay? In Java, we have lot of things, right? Tomcat, JBoss, Wildfly, WebLogic, WebSphere, Glassfish, Apache, anything. I mean, lot of things are there which I didn't listed here, but these are the popular. My customer is looking a loosely coupled environment. Hey, this code will work with any server, any operating system, whether it be open source, it can be licensed based on the customer network, based on the customer data center, everything. But I don't want my code should be tightly coupled with this or that or this, something like that. And you can take your own database. You can take your own database. It can be Oracle, it can be SQL Server, it can be Mongo or NoSQL or anything. But the time limit is 15 minutes. So without Spring Boot, I cannot achieve this task. It's damn sure. And open challenge to anyone. Okay, 15 minutes is a timeline. You need to develop an application that should read the data from database and to display the output on the browser. It cannot be done without Spring Boot. This cannot be done. Okay, so why we cannot do? Just like I will give a brief background, guys. I don't want to go deep dive because please don't think that I'm distracting to the workshop topic. Just I'll give a small idea what is a Spring Boot. That is the intent behind this. Okay, so from an installation point of view, if it is a new computer, right, guys, if it's a fresh laptop, right, I need to install a database. Which database I can install with a small time? Oracle take a lot of time. SQL Server may take a lot of time. MongoDB may lot. I mean, I'll take a database. At least I can install very quickly. Maybe I think of MySQL or a PGSQL, which I can take minimum is 10 minutes because I need to install, right, on a fresh laptop or a fresh desktop or a fresh. Why we need to take fresh? Because customer will have a open computer, doesn't have any tools or nothing, just like OS and Java. That's it. Okay, that's why I need to just like drill down this time, and you can have an idea how Spring Boot comes with these kind of advanced features, which will help us to develop the web application on the fly. Okay, next, runtime application server or a web server, whatever it may be. I'll take a Tomcat. I can install Tomcat very quickly. Right, sir? I can install a Tomcat very quickly. At least minimum time is 5 minutes. And I'll take a jars. I need to download Spring jars or any EJB jars or your own framework. Anything. At least you'll take 5 minutes. And a technical point of view, you need to download JDBC jar, right, guys? For your database, you need to have a JDBC. If it's a MySQL jar. It's Oracle jar. So you need to download your framework jar that is compatible with the database version. Okay. And finally, you need Ant or a Maven or a Gradle or some kind of your own build scripts. What that should do? You will write the code, you'll package the code, you'll compile the code, you'll prepare a jar or a var or EAR. Right, sir? I hope. So that is the point here. So these are the installations, guys. At least installation will take 25 minutes for me to install database, to install application server or a web server, to install software jars, to install JDBC jar, and to install Maven or a Gradle or all those things. Right, sir? I hope you agree with me. Next, configuration, guys. That's another very nonsense area. Not only Java, anywhere, configuration. Okay, I need to write a web.xml. That you should, what you should do in the web.xml, you need to inject dispatcher servlet. First of all, by hearing the dispatcher servlet word, my head will go off, my mind will blow off. Who wrote this dispatcher servlet? Is it me I wrote? No, it is written by Spring or Spring Boot or Java, guys. Why I need to write this light dispatcher servlet? Why I need to write this? I need to load this org dot spring framework dot dispatcher dot servlet dot dispatcher servlet. I need to write that on startup. That is a very disgusting factor for me. It is not written by me. How can I write to start? Can't they have their own knowledge? Whenever I write an application, it will start on its own. For example, sir, I wrote ashokit.java. Hey man, you only write ashokit.java. You need to start it. Or you need to tell me that you have written ashokit.java. Right, sir? So this is a very nonsense factor in the old legacy world. We need to start the framework setups, or we need to start the framework environment setup. Dispatcher servlet, you need to write front controller. Right, sir? You need to open up front controller, web jars. MVC configuration. That also we need to write. Hey, in this place, my front end is there. In this place, my jars are there. In this place, my JSPs are there. And my controller, my service. I need to tell my framework, these are the places my code is there. You please integrate. I need to give my dispatcher configuration so that any request comes, it will prepare the request and will prepare the response. It will dispatches the responses. So that is another area. Next, database configuration. I need to give the very high level lot of details about the database. Connection string, schema name, driver name, and result set, prepared statement, connection, driver manager, lot of things. 20 to 25 lines of code I need to write for a database configuration. Also Spring configuration, like which we need to write component scan. I mean, these are the things you need to write a code. At least 20 minutes you need to spend on a configuration point of view. On a configuration point of view, you need to spend, okay, this time. Okay. Next one is development, guys. We need to write the development. Table creation, JSPs, controller, services, DAO layer, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I'll take 10 minutes. Third task is important, which I need to do that. Next one is we need to create a var file. We need to deploy and we need to start it. First attempt, definitely you will get errors. This is not there, that is not there, lot of blah, 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 blah. Class path problems are runtime problems are this is class is not compiled, lot of things. So with Spring Boot, task 1 not required, installation not required, configuration not required, deployment not required. 1, 3, 4 not at all required, only development. That too, I no need to create a table, I no need to write database queries. Easily we can write a development. That is what Spring Boot. I need to have a framework. Just I will write the code. I don't want to concentrate on installation. I don't want to concentrate on the configuration. I don't want to concentrate on much on development activity like table creation, select queries, insert queries, update queries, database structure, database model, JDBC code, lot of code. A boilerplate code I don't want to write. I'll write only what is my customer is asked. What is the customer is asking? Some data in your database, get the data, display. That's it. Okay. And I'll run it in the background. You create a var, you create a jar, you create a ER. I don't mind. And it deploys. I don't mind. I'll start it. I'll say localhost 8080. I'll get an application. So this is a simple point where I want to showcase this. Okay. So this is a overall idea. I mean, brief idea about a Spring Boot, guys. I mean, introduction to about Spring Boot. I hope I have given a more clarity on this, guys. Okay. The participants who are not having idea on Spring Boot, just my brief, I mean, my whatever the brief I gave you, it may be added advantage for you. Okay. So kindly ignore, guys. Even if you all knows, kindly ignore what the things. Now next is ChatGPT. This is our, now I'm coming back to workshop, guys. Workshop topic, ChatGPT OpenAI. Okay. So generally, lot of organizations, okay, guys, don't use ChatGPT. Lot of people will say low. I mean, there's some of the things here, but ChatGPT is a, I mean, it's a tool written by like some of our developers only, written by some of our developers, especially currently a new innovative idea, assuming that, sir, just I'll take example here. Now you got a job. The first task they asked you is, hey, write a Spring Boot application, integrate with JWT. Spring Boot with JWT. That is what you got a task. Okay, Spring Boot with JWT. So maybe you know about Spring Boot, guys. Maybe you know about Spring Boot, but you don't know JWT. You don't have an idea, and you don't have much time also, guys. They will not give, hey, take 1 week or 1 month, come with, no, they will not give. Morning they will give a task, evening they will ask the progress, right, sir? If some managers are there, they will ask hourly progress also. That's it. I mean, just I don't want to go to that management. Okay, so I want to look for Spring Boot with JWT. So the by default task is I'll go to Google. Okay, so let me go to Google here, guys. I'll type, I mean, just like I'll type Spring Boot with a JWT example. So they will give here. I'll go here. Something like I'll go here. I need to study. I need to go with this. And if I, as it is, copy paste this code and run this, it may work. It may not work. This is developed in a long. I mean, this is developed in a long back, and it will not help me, but it will help me to an extent. It will help me to an extent, maybe 40% or 50%. But still, I need to come up with my own idea, and I need to use my own brain. I need to integrate. If I get an issue, then I need to think of an issue. I need to Google it. So Google is helping me, but to some extent, there are some boundaries are there, guys. There are some boundaries are there where I take this code and as it is, I'll display, I'll get output, means it is highly impossible. Will you agree with me, guys? Yes. Okay. So by default, any task in the software world, you may get it, but typically, maybe it's not that much easy, guys. I'll go to ChatGPT. Okay. Now, I mean, I'll explain this, guys. What is my task here? Spring Boot with JWT implementation. I'll say submit. It clearly gives the steps here. It clearly gives the steps. Code also. Now, if you say JWT code, Spring Boot with JWT code. Let's submit. See, guys, it is completely giving the code, guys. You see here, maybe it's maybe this assistant, I mean, this tool is having, but typically, if you take one more window here, I mean, it's a big window, same, right? Okay. So Spring Boot code with JWT. If I take here, you see, guys, You see, as it is, you can take this code and it will run without any errors. Complete code. That is the scary factor for developers. Okay, whether I'm going to have my job or not, but there's another point here. But I mean, at least it will not give 100% justice to me. But compared to Google search, this is more and more helpful. At least I'll go here. I'll have a basic idea. Generally, developer will have a basic idea, and you can explore, guys. Am I right, guys? You can explore. Maybe instead of this one, maybe I'll go with another thing here. If you see here, what is Spring Boot? Okay, it's a simple. It's an open source framework building standalone production ready applications, something like that. Or who is Narendra Modi? Just like I want to practice. Okay. So some kind of, okay. So the point here is I want to make is OpenAI or a ChatGPT. It's a one family which will make the developer's life very easily. You can get the code, you can get whatever you need. It will help you. It's a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool. Now, sir, my company, they are blocking, sir. They are blocking this, sir. If I type chatgpt.com, chatgpt.openai.com, this URL you cannot see in the in our company domain or in the company network. It is not in the whitelist URLs list. Sir, what I need to do, sir? So network team have their own what I can say, their own smartness. They are thinking that they are smart, guys, but we are too much. I mean, we are great smarter than them. Okay, if they think one way, I'll more think in different ways. That is what I'm going to cover in your organization. If they stop the chat GPT application, they can stop only by viewing this, but they cannot stop in integrating, right? So that is what I'm going to focus here. So to be just like to give an idea here, guys, chat GPT is an introduction. It's a open AI is one of the tool inside the chat GPT. Okay, open AI, which is open source artificial intelligence. It's a not, I mean, basic license is not required for exploring or any of the things. Okay, but it has some limitations. If you need a license, then you can get lot of things also. But as a developer who want to experiment with ChatGPT or OpenAI, you no need to have any license here. So by default, this is a URL we need to have here, and you need to register, guys. Platform.openai.com. So this is a website I'm giving in the chat window to everyone. Okay. Now this is giving completely the quick start, OpenAI models, and how to build our own assistant, and exploring the APIs, and a clear YouTube video where you can get a help from there. Okay, so this is a introduction part. You can get a chat.openapi.com and a developer forum. So lot of things are here. Now this is a, I mean, there are a lot of things here which I don't want to go here. Okay, so but you need to register. Registration is free, guys. You can register with your own Gmail ID, Facebook ID, anything, or you can create your own here. Okay, so this is the topic here, API reference. This is the API reference, guys. Okay, where how to work with, you need to install anything OpenAI, npm install if you're working with front end, and authentication, guys. This is an important topic, guys. Authentication, which is a bearer token. You need to create your own a key. So by default, definitely I need a token. I need my impression. Hey ChatGPT, I want to work with you. Can you authenticate me, or can you give me a key so that you can trust me? That's a point here. So that you can trust me. So by default, this is the typical part here. So we need a authentication key. It's a secret key or whatever it may be. Guys, I'm not having this, guys. Okay, please, you will get a recording session to you, guys. Everyone, this YouTube recording session will be given to everyone. Kindly don't prompt the recording, please, guys. We will be giving you complete recording session. Okay, don't mind. Yep. So so we require a typical authentication key. Okay, in that authentication, I'll explain you how to get it. And organization also, just we need to mention if you have it, otherwise not required. Then we need to make a request here. How to make a request here? Okay, for example, I'll explain you how to make a reference here, where you need to go to, let me go to a new tab. You have a playground. Playground means what? Just like our good word, right? Playground. Okay, so I will add a message. Let me type maybe what is Ashok IT, something non-technical. What is Ashok IT? Okay, this is my question. Now you need to see view code here. There's option, right, guys? View code. Okay, if I click it, then this is going to give me a difference API reference, guys. Here is going to give a API reference here. So you have a curl, Python, Node.js, JSON, different formats, whichever you comfortable, you can take that. Okay, anything. If you see here, this is the URL you need to invoke, endpoint details. This is the endpoint, api.openapi.com, v1 chat. This is the API, a content type. It is giving me a lot of these things. Maybe you are not having an idea. Let's say copy. Copy it, right, guys? Okay, go to Postman. You have an import option. Import, just type this. Then this give you a complete idea, guys. https api.openapi.com /v1/chart. This is the endpoint we are invoking, and the body. This is the typical structure. Okay, a model. This is a key identifier. Okay, you need to register a model. Hey, I'm looking for example, my company is some XYZ, Ashok IT. You will create a model with that, and all your queries in that model where you can refer at a later point. A model is a key reference area. And here messages, this is another area where there are we can define some roles. Okay, based on your licensed version, you can define some roles here. But as of now, as a trial version or a demo version, I am a user role. I want to use assistant role. My question is, what is Ashok IT? Okay, and these are the additional attributes which can be it will take a lot of time, guys. I don't want to take much time on this, guys. Okay, this is the in-depth, we require a lot of knowledge here. Okay, this is the request. If I send, it is giving me secure. Hey, you have not provided API key. Man, you didn't provided me a key. Right, sir? You didn't provided me key. How to get our own key? So you need to go with API keys, create a new secret key. Maybe I'll create Ashok IT. Just like I'll say some secret word, Ashok IT, which is available only to me, guys. Ashok IT, create a secret key. Now, OpenAI gave you a token, guys. Yes, this is the key. It is telling, please save this secret key somewhere accessible. You cannot view again, guys. You see here, you won't see again. If you lost the key, you need to generate a new one. This is only one time only you can see this key. Okay, maybe let me take this particular key, guys. I'll keep somewhere else here. This is my key. Okay, now done. Let me go to my postman authorization. It is asking the key. I kept the whatever the key that is gave me, I kept the same key here. Okay, sir. Now let me send it. Yep, you got the response, man. Ashok IT is a renowned IT solution and a service provider that offers wide range of services, including this is complete description about Ashok IT. And you say here, this is the request ID and the created timestamp, and this is a model. Choices, this is the response object. I mean, I'll go more details here. Choices is a another area. Okay, where we are going to explore this, guys. And it is giving this. It's a fingerprint. Just like this fingerprint will help you. If at all, if you want to search your thing, this fingerprint will be the unique key. Okay. So just like I'll repeat, guys, what I have done. Just like I'll repeat the guys what I have done here. Okay. I went to playground. I added a message. What is springboot? And I went to view code. I take this request. Okay. And I imported that. Okay. And if I go to body, so here I'm going to have This is my request. By default, we need to have a key here, authorization. Okay, I'll take this particular key here and I want to do here. Let me take here. That's it. Okay, now Spring Boot is a framework. I'm getting this response. So this is integrating with api.openapi.com. But the problem is what? Some organization, they will not allow, man. They don't want to have this kind of specification, and we can crack them. That I can use a Spring Boot here now. I'm going to use a Spring Boot where I will write a code here, guys. I'm going to write a code over here. Okay. The code is specifically where I'm going to integrate. Okay. I will ask the Spring Boot the question, and I will run my Spring Boot application that will interact with the OpenAPI, and I'll get the response. Right? No network engineer can trace my request. No network firewalls will block my request. It's a API to API integration that will be never in the network region. It can interact. So this is the sample overview I have given here. Now I'm going to, just like we discussed about a open API, API reference, customizations. Customization means what? I've created my own API key and I integrated. So we discussed about Spring Boot introduction. We had a glance on the ChatGPT open API and API reference and a customization. These are the small things which we have discussed. Okay, right. Maybe for a 5 minutes, guys, maybe I'll take any questions you have. Okay, just for 5 minutes, guys. Again, we'll start with Spring Boot integration. Okay. Deepak, you're asking, we don't have any Spring Boot application. Maybe it can come, sir. As of now, Deepak, it is not there, but it may come. But we can write our own code. You don't need actually. Okay, right? Yeah, Nikki Agarwal, we can develop a mini project. Yes, we can develop a project only. What is the task here? I'll take a Angular or a React UI. Okay, sir. I'll capture the UI like playground. Okay, sir. This playground, right, sir? I'll capture our own UI. Okay. And when I say submit, how the submit is doing, I can do the same. So yes, it's not a, whatever you can say mini project or whatever it may be, you can think of. Okay, right. Yep. Naidu, I'm going to explain that. Browser block the key. The Shubham Shinde. Okay, it will not block, sir. Through API, it will not block. Only it will block through browser. When I am interacting with the code API integration, it will not block. Okay, right. How to copy credentials? We can get it by default. You can get it and you can keep somewhere else, or I can generate at runtime also. I can write a Spring Boot code where it will generate a key, and I can take that key and I can use it. Yes, you don't need any manual step also. How to do a business logic? I'm going to explain, guys. I'm going to write the code. What we use case will be integrating banking projects. Anything, sir. Sir, banking project or any domain. What we require, sir, business logic, we will write, right, sir? How to create a savings account, current account, loan account, banking sector, we will write a code. Security, best practices, performance. These are the areas we look for ChatGPT. That's the point here. Okay. Yes, you can use IntelliJ or anything also. How to ChatGPT playground? Nothing, sir. Just like ChatGPT.api.com, and you have a playground. You can type and you can text. Okay, right. Fine, sir. I have, I think all the questions are, I hope, answered. Okay. Right. Now I'm going to write the code, guys. Okay. So I can write the code, guys, but I'm not sure it's going to take some time to write the code. Okay. Maybe I already wrote the code. Maybe I can showcase this, guys. Okay. I can showcase this, guys. Let me just let me. I can write the code, guys, but the point is it will take minimum 30 minutes to write the code. So just I don't want to waste that 30 minutes here. Meanwhile, I can take anything here. Okay. Yeah. You need to have a knowledge on Spring Boot, guys. If you don't have a knowledge, kindly ignore. If you have a knowledge, okay. So I've taken a Spring Boot latest version 3.2.2. I've only taken one dependency, guys, web dependency. That's it. I've only taken web dependency. The web dependency is having lot of inbuilt features. Okay, right? So I want to use REST template in this example. Okay, but you can choose your own stuff. Anything you can use, but I'm going to use a REST template, and which is part of Spring Starter Web. In this particular web dependency only, I have a REST API integration, that is a REST template. But if you want any other any other tool, you can use it. It's your choice, but you need to add that dependency here. So I always think in such a way that I want a license open source, and I can write easily. I no need to spend extra time. That is my requirement. So I'm going to use a REST template as part of this. Okay. Now after that, that's it. This is my pom.xml, guys. What I did is I'm taking, these are my properties. The model, I generally came with my own model, whatever the model Postman is giving, right, sir? Yeah, the same model I am using. In trial version, you can use the model whatever they gave you. Okay, but we can use, and if at all, if you search for, there is a limit here. I think 1 million searches it will exhaust, and you can create one, but it is will not actual. Okay, with the open source, our own model we can use here, just like a model, and the key here, whatever the key, just like I use it, right, sir? Here, let me copy paste this key. So let me use this key, right? This is a key just now I generated, and the URL API dot v1/chart/ completions. So this is a URL. I'm going to work with that. So I wrote this. A simple configuration section. Okay. So simple configuration section where I'm going to api.openapi.com/v1/chart/completions. This is my configuration which I'm going to use. So just like I created a Spring Boot application, sir, with a web dependency. Okay. After that, I added some configuration based on the request, guys. Based on this request, okay, the model which I am using, as well as secret key, that's a bearer key, we call that as a bearer key or whatever it may be, that's a secret key, and our URL is api.openapi.com. This is the stuff. That's it. This is my configuration. Now let me go to request. That's it. I'm going to take a request here. I take a DTO class. Okay. Now, if I see the model, what are the things I need to have here? Model and messages. These are important for me, guys. I don't need this other stuff actually. I don't need this model as well as messages. So I've taken a string model. Messages is an array, right, guys? Messages is an array. List of messages. So my DTO class should be similar to that our request. So what is that actually? A string model and messages, and make sure that whatever the property name you have taken, that should exactly match with this. Why? Because why, sir? I'm not writing a code converting Java class to JSON. I have a Jaxby library, right, sir? Spring Boot comes with Jaxby. Spring Boot comes with Jaxby. That is called as a typically you can completely, it will marshal and unmarshal. Java to JSON, JSON to Java. That is a Jackson library. We have a Jackson library. So if you take the same property, then it will create a JSON with the same name. You don't need any converters like JSON converter. You don't need. You don't need any JSON converter, guys. So that's why our model as well as messages here. This is a typically model and messages. Okay, right. Now, what is that message? It's a internal class here. In that only I'm taking here. Let me take to message class. Simply I took two things here. What is the thing here? Role, content. These are the two properties of message class, role, content. So I have taken role, I have taken content. Okay. So this is my request object. I have taken a model and list of messages. So ChatGPT request.java, when it marshals, it will give a JSON object, ChatGPT request.json. Okay. So which is going to give a JSON object, chart a GPT request.json. It is going to give that. Okay. So this is about the request, guys. And whenever I say response here, now response object, guys, let me go to just like create a request and response. Actually, I thought of typing, guys. Instead of that, I thought of explaining the running code. Okay. I have a choices. This is the response important object. I no need these other things here. Choices. Choices means our answers. Whatever I'm looking, the reply, response is in the form of choices. Okay. Choices is a array, that is list of choice. That's a choices. Property name should match, guys. Choices. Exactly, property name should match. List of choice. I take a inner class here, guys. Choice also inner class. In Java, you have inner class if you know have. Okay. Index comma message, which is index, which is message. I no need to version, finish, reason, log. I don't know this. Index comma message. These are the things I need. I will only take whatever I require. So in response, I am going to get array of choices. In that, I am looking for a specific message. So this is my request object and my response object. So this is my DTO class, request and response. Okay, that's it. Now real portion. This is called as a REST template. So I am taking a key here. This is at the rate value. What is at the rate value, guys? At the rate value is an annotation which is going to read the property file. I no need to write the code here. I need to get this value, right, guys? I no need to write the code to get this value from the property file. So which is going to give me at the rate of value dollar curly braces, guys. So this is syntax. It's a Spring annotation at the rate of value dollar curly braces, and you can write your row. I mean, whatever the key here, the value, what at the rate of value is going to do that? It's going to property file. It look for that particular key. It's going to look for this particular key and gets the value, and it will replay, and it will keep this in particular variable open API key. So what is going to do? It will read the property file property entry, and it is going to keep into this. That's it. So REST template is a springboot API. Inside that API, which will work with external, when we are integrating with external APIs, I can use REST template. Is a powerful framework. I mean, powerful tool. So REST template, which I am going to create my own interceptor. I want to create my own interceptor. Means I'll customize my REST template with my request, okay, body and execution. These are three properties, guys. Request, body, execution. These are the interceptor default arguments, guys. When you want to customize your own interceptor, when you are looking for a customization of your own interceptor, request, body, and execution. I only customize to add a header. In this particular request, get the header, add a header name, authorization, right, sir? If you see here, readers, authorization is a header name, dollar OPI, open API key. So here, this is the open API key that will be saved over here. At runtime, it will be replaced. Authorization as a header name, bearer plus the key. Whatever Postman is automating, the same here. So I am customizing only my request to add a header, security header. That's it. I no need any customizations, right, guys? Only security header I need to add it. I no need to customize the body. I no need to customize the execution flow. Before executing or after executing, I no need to customize anything. So just I'm going to REST template. I'll create my own interceptor. That interceptor is going to add a new key, bearer key, bearer token, third party token. That's it. That is my configuration to interact with OpenAPI. Okay. Now that's it. Now we'll go to business logic, guys. I created an endpoint here, REST controller and bot, chatbot, right? Our own endpoint. Okay. Where I'm taking the model, where I'm taking the URL. Right, sir? Yes or no? Model and URL. These are the two things I'm taking here. One is model, another one is URL. In the model, what is that value I'm going to get it, guys? Here in the model, what is the value I'm going to get it here? GPT. Come on, guys. GPT something like, and URL. What is I'm going to get in the URL value? HTTPS. This is the value I'm going to get it. Yes or no? Yes. That's it. Now I'm auto wiring, injecting the dependency injection. Okay. Dependency injection, right? I want to just like I want to get injected with a REST template. Okay. And I created an endpoint with a chart. So how to interact with these guys? HTTP local host 8080. It's a default port number if I don't customize this. Bot chart. Bot chart. That's it. Correct, right? Bot means custom boot controller will be instantiated by IOC. Yes or no, guys? If I take a bot, what is that actually? IOC will instantiate custom boot controller. And that's it. If I say chart internally, what do you mean by instantiation, guys? What do you mean by instantiation? OBJ is equal to IOC dot get custom boot controller OBJ dot chart. This is going to internally happen. These entire things are internally happening. You don't need to work here. Now this is my prompt. What is that I want to take? Who is Narendra Modi? Who is Ashok IT? What is Spring Boot? Like all our questions, I'll take that as a prompt. That's a parameter, right? Now what exactly request param, guys? You can take a path variable or request parameter. Anything you can take, guys. Then what could be my URL, guys? What could be my URL, guys? Come on, guys. Question mark. Prompt is equal to who is Ashok IT, or else who is Modi, something like that. Modi means lot of Modi will comes. Okay, I don't want. What is Spring Boot? Something like that. So this is my URL. What I'm going to do here, I'm taking the request with model and prompt, because I take a constructor here, guys. ChatGPT constructor. I'm using this constructor. It will make a model and message. Okay. Sorry, model and prompt here. After that, this is my invocation. REST template dot post or exchange, anything. It's because it's a exchange is for get API, but I need to make a post call. You see in the post call, right? It's a post call. I didn't select it. When I import that, it came. Okay. Now URL, my request, and output is what? ChatGPT response. This is my output. Okay, sir. This is my typically my response here. ChatGPT response here, and returns choice of 0. Choice is an array, right, guys? By default, the first object itself, I have an answer. I don't want to get everything here. Choices of 0, first element, and that to message, sir, response dot choice of 0 and the message dot content. Only this I need. I'm only looking this. I don't want ID, object, created, model, blah, 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 blah. I don't want all these days. I don't want these. Okay. I'm only looking for the answer. Hey, what is Spring Boot? Spring Boot is this. Hey, I interacted with this model. I interacted with this ID. I use this object. I use this choice. I don't need all those things. What is in it here? What is the question? What is the answer? That's it. This is your question. This is your answer. Am I right, sir? That's it. So I'm looking that and it is going to return. So this is a typical code, a simple code, very, very simple code. You should have a knowledge on REST template. That's it. I have not used any complex things here. I have not used any complex things here. I have taken, just like repeat here, guys. I'll repeat for 2 minutes. I've taken a starter web dependency. I've taken 3 properties here: model, and key and URL. These are the external things here. And I've taken request. That request contains a model and a messages array based on my postman. And the message contains your role as well as content. After that chat GPT response, I've taken this list of array of choices, and I interacted with, just I added the request, which will customize the authorization bearer token. Okay, I've added, I'll intercept that request, and I'm invoking, guys, here. Typically, I'm invoking this particular URL through post for object. I'm including the URL, the request, and I'm going to get a chat GPT response. Just this is the chat GPT response dot choices dot get of zero dot get message. This is the answer for me. That's it. So let me run this application, guys. That's it. I explained everything here. Let me run this application. Yes, you saw here. Tomcat is initialized. I didn't install Tomcat also, guys. Automatically will take care. Web application context, Spring configuration, and Tomcat is started. I didn't deploy it. I didn't compile. I didn't make a jar or var or er. Nothing. Everything is good. That's it. Now I'll write here my new request here. What is my URL, guys? Here my URL is, this is my URL. It's a get request. That's it. Everything I'm taking care, right? This is my get request. Okay, when I say send, bot, I think chart bot, I guess, slash chart bot slash chart. Now it is making a request. You saw, guys? You got an answer? Spring Boot is an open source used for building standalone production ready applications. It simplifies the process of Spring Power, something like, I don't want to read that answer. Simply, this is my own application. You know, no block, no network filters also will stop this. Understand? For example, what is Ashok? I can simply IT. Yes, you saw the answer. Ashok IT is a software consulting IT services company. Is it correct? Yeah. So this is a typical overview of a Spring Boot code. I'm sorry, Spring Boot code that is going to interact with ChatGPT under Open API library. It's a ChatGPT under Open API library, a simple code, no complex at all. Just a web dependency I've taken for a web application, and I've used REST template. That's it. Okay. So this is our workshop agenda, whatever the agenda which I confined here. So this is, we are good. We give introduction to Spring Boot and a Chat GPT introduction, API reference, customizations, integrating with Spring Boot with one use case. Okay. Now Tomorrow onwards, I'm starting a new batch. Tomorrow morning 7 a.m. Early morning 7 a.m. Okay, and that is completely with design patterns. Springboot with design patterns. Okay, this is Springboot with design patterns here. So this is the agenda. This is my, you will get the course content. Okay, decomposition patterns, integration pattern, database pattern, event driven patterns, observability patterns, cross cutting, resiliency, some of the patterns. Tomorrow I'm starting a new batch with the microservices design patterns. Okay, so demo sessions will be there, which is for free, morning 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Morning 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. This is what I want to announce. Okay, right? As I mentioned here, guys, now I'm going to take up all the questions, guys. I'm going to take up all the questions here, guys. Is you have reached usage limit? More details, sir. I think Prasad, maybe you'll never get that issue. Usage limit is almost million. It should reach. I'm not sure. Just like cross check your my recording, and you can. Okay. Good question. Expiry to API key. Default is 7 days, but you can increase automatically if it is expired. ChatGPT will create a new key in place of that. It will work with that. So by default, in a trial version, we have an expiry time. 7 days is expiry. Okay. Yes, I'll give Sachin. I'll give the code. I'll give the recording session. Everything we are going to give. Can you show import in controller? I don't know what is a controller. I think I used Postman. You want me to, if I see that just like I go to playground, I've taken view code and I've copied, okay, and import, pasted. That's it. That's it. Okay, right. Uh, okay. How can we use this in project real time? Sir, by default, if your project is interacting with Open API, then you can use this. Or you're only using for, you want to showcase. I developed our own customized chat GPT, and you can expose to your internal team and you can use this. In real time project, right? You can use any code you're looking or any error you are getting, anything you are getting, you can directly use. Just like I told, right? If you're using a JWT implementation, auth implementation, security implementation, it will give a complete code. Okay. Yep. My backend is in Spring Boot and my front end is in Angular. When I'm hitting any API front end, I'm getting cars. It's a very simple. I don't know. At the rate cross origin. You need to use at the rate cross origin and mention your Angular port number 4200. Okay. Search in Chat GPT. Cars problem issue. Okay. I don't have a code ready in handy, but I'll give my email ID. You can touch with my email ID. Prasad, you can, sorry, not Prasad, Prince. Okay, and I'll respond to you. Right. Viswas, sir, it is an open API, sir. You first of all, no one will catch this. It's a backend. Okay, right. Yeah. Sachin is asking current market situation for freshers. It's a very good market, sir. Okay. Only thing is Prior to COVID, I mean, at the pandemic time, lot of recruitments. Now that much of recruitment is not there, but who are having really a knowledge on the technology side can get a job within 10 days. In my company, I have lot of openings, but we are not getting the right skill candidates, right skill. Okay. Going to interview, studying the frequently questions, answers, and by hiding them, no way. You need to have a real-time experience, or you need to act like real-time guy. That is the point here. Okay. Yep. Yep. Duration of the course, I'll Farooq, I'll get back to you. Okay. I'll get back to you course and fees and everything here, guys. Okay. First of all, demos are free. Attend the demo. Okay. Yeah. Sir, I'm going to send the code. This guy is asking Sachin 10 times the same question. Using ChatGPT, how do we create DB schema, business logic? Pradeep, DB schema, why we need to use, man? We have a ORM, JPA. If you write Java class, it will import. Business logic, you can write for that. Do you require ChatGPT, your own business logic? Okay. The question is completely wrong. Just like you have a frameworks for creating tables and all those things, you have a DBA also, and your own business logic. If at all, if I want a performance point of view, security point of view, or any boilerplate code you are looking, you can use. Okay, right. Code will be on GitHub. No, Shubham, it will not be on GitHub. I'll not give any GitHub URLs. Okay. Yep. Can we give the prompt to write simple Java code in Postman? Yes, you can do that. Yes. Sir, design pattern, course duration, course fee, everything I will tell in tomorrow's demo session. Demo sessions are okay. I put a fake experience. That's fine. No issues. No, everyone will keep fake only, right? Yeah. Uh, yeah. Good question. Rashmi Ranjan Mahanti. Yes, I'm going to cover Spring Boot. Spring Boot with the microservices. I mean, I'm going to showcase hands-on the design patterns using microservices principles with Spring Boot. Yes. Prerequisites, you need to have a knowledge on Spring Boot. You need to have a knowledge on Spring Boot. Okay. Yeah. Venkatesh, it's a confidential. I cannot reveal, sir. Don't mind. I cannot tell my company name. Okay. Okay. My email ID I'm giving to everyone, guys. I gave my email ID vijumca@gmail.com. Okay. Please tell difference between prompt engineering and today's topic. I didn't understand prompt engineering. I don't know. Prompt ENGG. I don't know. Sir, I'm ignoring some questions. 2+ year experience, job, all those things. Is there important learn Hibernate? Yes. I mean, by default, JPA, you need to have a knowledge on Hibernate. If you don't have, I mean, by default, the course you are taking, right? The instructor will give you knowledge of Hibernate also. Okay. Yep. Sir, job looking change or anything, guys. Okay. You can get in touch with through email. Okay. Right. If you are not getting a call, by default, you need to focus on your resume building. You need to build your resume in such a way that it should be attracted by the job seekers. your resume and your projects and your key skills. That is your you need to take care. Okay. This question is guy asked almost 10 times or 20 times. Okay. Yeah. Prince, I gave you. Okay. I'm Nitendra Kumar. I created REST API with Spring Boot. I'm facing issue with testing API Swagger. I'm able to test with Postman, but struggling with issue from the last 2 weeks. Just send me an email, sir. If I get a chance, I like. Okay, just like you need to see what error you are getting, and based on that you can. Okay, right. Govind, thank you for the your compliment. Okay. Uh, sir, you are asking GitHub and Copilot. Okay. So by default is a one more tool, sir. Copilot is also a lot of source controls, but Git is a very useful. It is simply matching with our CI/CD pipelines and matching with our agile practices, sprint model. So best is Git. Guys, a lot of people are telling that they cannot see my email ID here. Okay, maybe I'll give my email ID here. This is my email ID. Okay, this is my email ID, guys. I hope everyone is able to see that. Yeah. Okay, fine. I hope I answered almost all questions. You will get the recording video. I don't know the timeline, but you'll get the recording video and the code. Okay. Yep. So to the email IDs which you logged in this particular workshop, to that email ID, okay, you'll get it a video, recorded video and the code. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to share the code. I'm going to share the recording video. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yep. Okay. Fine. Thanks everyone for joining with me, and really happy. Okay. And looking forward to meet you in my upcoming batches. Okay. And if at all, if you feel happy, just please uh, just circulate this with your friends, and in upcoming any workshops, make them as a part of this particular workshop to get a knowledge. Okay. Thanks everyone. Have a great day. I wish you all the best.